Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachak Kodash. Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Father in the ancient Hebrew. Bahasham meaning in the name of Yahweh Shai, his only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. I want to give double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. All right, and the title of this lesson is going to be, This is Only the Beginning. Okay, this is only the beginning, all right, of a far worse things to come. Okay, and I was watching a video that was done by the elder brother from London, Rachai Yaquam. All right, GMS Fear the Most High 7, which it was dealing with the folly of Jake with this whole milk crate challenge. Where they set up this, they stack up the crates and then they, which I saw that before. I didn't even know it was a challenge at that time, but apparently it is. And going to show you how oblivious Jake are to what's happening in the world, okay, to the chaos that's coming. Now you have some people that are now weary of what's going on, but here's the thing, it's still to the point where they think that the big deal, the big problem is this mandates that they're setting up. But you wonder why we're not losing this, because we understand that this is just the beginning. This is the door to hell. to put it frankly, this is the door to hell on earth. This isn't, the end all be all. This is the beginning of the sorrows, the beginning of the pains and the sufferings, which are going to climax and hit a point that has never been hit throughout history before. Okay, so this is the beginning, all right, of Jacob's trouble, which Jacob's trouble, as I just mentioned, as in it's going to be a time that has never been before. Okay, and the Lord mentioned this as well. Now, they've come out and said apparently that, scientists warning that, or experts warning that you're going to have a Crown Vicky 2022, which can be more deadly because it can, possibly evade your immune system, and you may need to tweak these Vanessas in order, and then give them to people again in order to, to battle this thing, which it would be a nice, perfect setup for the charagma that they set up. The Pentagon, we saw that video, that news clip where the Pentagon had come out with a charagma like that. Right now, here's the thing: the way they described it was that it would filter, it would check whatever strain you had and filter it out your blood. Okay, so now with more deadly and more advanced strains coming down the line, and so many of them out there now, it would play a nice, perfect role. Okay, for starters. All right. But we understand that this is only going to be the beginning of much, much worse things to come. So let me actually read this verse here in Matthew 24, verse 8, which says, all these are the beginning of sorrows. Now, we're going to read a couple verses above, but the Lord was prophesying, talking about the earthquakes, the famines, the pestilences, and all of these things happening in diverse places all over the world. And you need to understand, look, if you lose your job, you're not the only one. You know what I mean? Like, there's still millions of people that are going to be in this same position. All right. Ones who are not going to sit home, ones who are not going to rely on faith, ones who are going to go out there, okay, and riot and wild out. Okay. So it doesn't stop at you individually. Oh, I lost my job because I refused to take it, and now I'm home and I'm the only one in the world going through this, so that's just it. No, there's millions of others that are also going to be in that same position, and the Lord is going to amplify that spirit of sedition, hatred, anger within them. Okay, and they're going to go out there and they're going to start doing crazy things. They're going to go after these politicians. They're going to go after these. They're going to get wild, man. When you mess with people's food, you mess with their necessities, okay, over something that they find very stupid, you're gonna see Edomites going buck wild crazy out here. You're gonna see Jake going crazy out here. See, Esau loses it. Jake, when you really get to them, that's when they lose it. But when they lose it, they lose it. All right. And that's why the Lord said, all these are the beginning of sorrows. This is the provocation. This is the stepping into. But what we're stepping into, you have to keep in mind always that this is a time like never before. Meaning we're getting ready to see some things and experience some things that is going to be new to existence. It's going to be new to history. All right. Up until this point, those things have never happened before. That's the kind of calamities that are going to be happening. And it's only going to keep getting worse. And you're not going to know what the cap is because there's never been anything like this before. You can't compare it to anything. So you can't try to cap it. All right, well, is this bad? But it probably won't get this. Well, yeah, it just might. And matter of fact, it just will. Okay, that is Jacob's trouble. That is the final great judgment that's going to go on. That's how America is going to go out. That's how the world is going to be changed. Okay, and it's going to be hell on earth. That's exactly what it's going to be. So this is just the beginning of that. And we know these devils, they don't plan on letting this thing go anytime soon. They don't plan on letting it go. They plan on riding this full force all the way until they come out on the other side and say, hey, boom, we got it. We got you. You know, oh, by the way, this was our plan all along. Gotcha. Okay. So this is the book of Matthew 24, verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled. Now, understand that when they finally push this charagma hard, and when they finally bring it into the light and start talking about it and start pushing it, and one day, very soon, randomly, boom, it's going to come out. Somebody's going to mention it somewhere. You know, they're going to bring it out and they're going to say, look, this is the new initiative. This is the new way we're going. However they do it, whether it's through economic turmoil, you know, whether it's through this inflation that's quickly turning into hyperinflation, whatever it's through, they're going to come out and they're going to say, boom, here it is. This is our plan. This is what we're going with. We're ready. We're ready to start pushing this. And when they do that, everything is going to start moving fast. All of a sudden, the Middle East is going to heat up so hot. People are going to start getting scared. Like, whoa, what the hell is actually going on? Like, yo, it looks like they're really about to go to war. Well, guess what? They are. Because it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't stop at a mandate that says you can't go to the gym because you don't have a pass. That's nothing compared to what's coming. That's literally nothing compared to what's coming. Because, I mean, if it stopped there, well, you could just find a friend and be like, yo, look, here, do me a favor. I'll give you this money or whatnot. Just go in there, buy me such and such, you know, or you do double the grocery shopping and then, you know, I'll pay you for it. All right, cool. I got you. I'll hold you down. I'll be your plug. But it doesn't stop there. It's not the real trouble is going to come through the reaction of the people to these things. And people are starting to catch on now. Why? Because Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua has put that spirit on them. To where you have some that'll wake up just enough to where that spirit can be incited in them to get angry. All right. To feel deceived, to want vengeance. Okay. And it says here, see that ye be not troubled. So the Lord told us, don't worry. Don't stress. You know, don't be troubled when you hear about these wars and rumors of wars. Don't be and same thing applies to these other pressure points and pressure techniques that they want to bring. Don't be scared of it. Remember, there's much worse to come. So much worse that it's going to get out of hand. So out of hand that the Lord is going to need to show up and deliver us. All right? Because that's how bad it's going to go. They're going to initiate it, but they don't really understand just how bad it's going to go. They don't understand just how far the Lord is going to take it. It says, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines. The famines are coming, and we keep saying it, and we keep saying it, and we keep saying it, but you're going to start feeling it. And then you're going to start saying it. And then you're going to start saying it. Okay? But at the same time, you're going to feel it. Famines. Okay? Pestilences, plural. Mystery illnesses. Unknown diseases. Propaganda. Death. Sickness. Okay? It says, and earthquakes in diverse places. And not just earthquakes, natural disasters. Wild animals. Crazy incidents. Unexplainable incidents. Mysterious, eerie things happening all over the world. And then it starts to get to the point where people start actually getting spookified, if that's a word. You know, they get so scared. They're like, what the hell is happening? You know, what's going on? I thought we were dealing with just a pandemic. Nah, this is crazy. What is that? You know? Then them short little clips come out of like some wild creatures being recorded in certain remote areas. They're saying, oh, there's a lion on the loose, there's a bear on the loose. You know what I'm saying? There's a pack of wolves in Manhattan chasing people, tearing people, you know, big ass, giant ass wolves, dire wolves, whatever kind of wolves, you know, creatures, man. You walking in a and a fire hydrant starts talking to you. Like, I mean, it's gonna get bad, man. Okay. Now it says, all these are the beginning of sorrows. All right. Sorrows. Let's look up the word sorrows. Does sorrows mean a good time? Does sorrows mean try to run on milk cartons? Okay. And I don't know what you even get for completing it. Okay. You unlock a new level of folly, maybe. But the word sorrows here, okay, says Odin, the pain of childbirth. Ooh, that's why the scriptures talk about them being in travail as a woman. Matter of fact, let's go to it. Okay, Yahushua said, what? These are the beginning of sorrows. Let's go to the book of 1 Thessalonians, the 5th chapter, and the 3rd verse. For when they shall say peace and safety, and we kept on saying, look, people are in that spirit of peace and safety. Look, they're opening things back up. Oh, look, but on one condition. All right. Now it says, when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them. As what? As travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. The destruction is compared, the pain and the sorrow that's going to come with this sudden destruction is compared to a woman in travail, a woman with child that's in travail, okay, and you're not going to escape it. See, so as Yahushua said, the beginning of sorrows, and when you look up that word, Odin, the pain of childbirth, travail, pain. We just read that, 1 Thessalonians 5. Birth pangs, intolerable anguish. Oh, my goodness. You hear this? This is going to be the new vibration on the earth. Intolerable anguish. It's so bad you cannot tolerate it. Let's look up the word anguish. See, you have certain words that mean certain things, but then you have certain words that emphasize the meaning of certain things. Anguish, it says here, a couple of definitions here, and wait till you hear these synonyms. Anguish is extreme unhappiness caused by physical or mental suffering. That's what's coming. Trust me, man. You're going to wish just losing your job was the only thing you had to worry about. You're going to be worried about starving to death. You're going to be worried about watching your children die. You're going to be worried about how, I mean, trust me, man, you're going to have bigger fish to fry than what you're seeing now. This is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. You got to prepare your mind. This is just the beginning of something far, far worse, man. All right. And you know what? The Most High is said he's bringing this chaos. And if anybody knows what anguish is, trust me, it's Yahweh. Okay. Bahashem Yahweh Shai. So the game playing is all going to cease. It's all fun and games now. It's all laughing and giggling now. But the Lord said he warned of a time of intolerable anguish. Let's read some more. It says, severe mental or physical pain or suffering. Okay? Be extremely distressed about something. Now, let's read these synonyms here. Agony, pain, torment, torture, suffering, misery, grief, heartbreak, unhappiness, desolation, despair, woe. Okay? These are the synonyms of anguish. Severe mental or physical pain or suffering. That's anguish. And then the scripture says, or the definition of sorrow says, intolerable anguish. So now let's look up the word intolerable. You got to understand, man. It said unable to be endured. You hear that? Unable to be endured. So let's put that together, right? Too much, impossible, unacceptable. So when you look up the word anguish, severe mental or physical pain or suffering that is unable to bear. You can't bear it. It's too much. Unable to endure. You're going to be in so much pain, but you that is so much that you can't bear it. You can't endure it. It's too much for you. The pain is overwhelming. The mental, the suffering, all of that. That's the beginning. This is the beginning of that time. We're entering into a time when what I just described to you is going to be the norm. Okay? So let's make sure we understand that. It says, in reference to the dire calamities precede the advent of the Messiah. Okay, so as we just read, man, pain, unbearable, severe mental or physical pain or suffering. That's what Yahushua warned about. He said, all these are the beginning of sorrows. You know why? Because when you're not eating, your mental health is bad, but your physical health is worse. And you do realize when you don't eat for a long time, you actually start to feel pain, right? You actually start to, be in pain, and you start to hope that you can, what can I do? That's why it gets so bad. All right, Salakia, that's why it gets so bad that people resort to eating other people. They resort to cannibalism because the pain of starving is so unbearable that they end up doing something inhumane just to escape that pain. And we are at the door of these times. So now do you see why we're so serious and we keep on repeating the same thing? But you know what? People still won't see it because words aren't enough. For some people, words aren't enough. They need to feel before they can understand. And that's okay because the Lord is going to help you with that. In the latter days, you're going to consider it perfectly. This is the book of Daniel, chapter 12, verse 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. Now, who are the children of thy people? Well, who was this angel talking to? Daniel. So who are Daniel's people? The Israelites, the children of Israel. It says, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation. So you have intolerable anguish, but now you have intolerable anguish on a level that nobody has ever even witnessed before since the earth was created. To put it into perspective, it says, even to that same time, and at that time thy people shall be delivered. And trust me, you are going, if you get delivered in these times, man, relief is going to be an understatement. Okay, relief is going to be an understatement. People will be willing to do anything, and I mean anything, to survive. As a matter of fact, in the show Black Summer, there was a scene where there was a man and his woman, and they were running from somebody. I think it was a zombie or somebody that was chasing them, and they came across another group that were in a car. I think it was in a van or something, and they were like banging on the door, like, please, let us in, please, he's coming. And they're like, yo, look, we'll do anything, please. And the chick is like, the dude's girl is like, look, man, I'll blow your rod. You know what I'm saying? I'll suck you, please, whatever, anything you want, I'll do it. You know what I'm saying? Just let us in. And the dude, dumbass, is like, yeah, whatever, she'll do it. Just let us in. I'm like, oh, shit. Now, please tell me when. When are you going to hear that? A complete stranger you've never met before, not your type, you don't even look, whatever, and in a few seconds you offering. You got these ratchet Babylonian hoes that do that now, but I mean on that level, you know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna be bad. So people are gonna get desperate, man. Trust me, man. They're gonna get desperate. Women are gonna be, and this isn't just something I'm just saying. When they show this to you in times of calamities, women they're gonna be like, look, man, you know what I'm saying, I'll do whatever you want. I'll let you have your way with me, but just protect me, just provide for me, give me something. And when you watch the movie Belko Experiment, there's a scene in there where in the beginning, before all hell broke loose in that office, there was this man who would, he would be giving this chick the eye, and she would always like, like that kind of energy. And now all, chaos broke loose. He had a gun, and basically they had to kill people in there. And then it's him and her, right? Boom, in the lobby, him and her. She sees him, and all of a sudden, Shorty lost the whole attitude. She's coming, walking up to him. She's acting all seductive. She's unbuttoning her shirt, telling him about what she's willing to do. See, now that she realized her life was in danger, he had a weapon and so on and so forth. Now she's ready. She's the one initiating. And then he snapped her neck. You know why? Because he was like, look, now that's not even what I'm thinking about right now. All right, I'm trying to survive. You see? So, yeah, man. Yeah, that's the time that's coming. And it says, and so that's what I'm saying, that it's going to be so important to be delivered. People are going to be willing to do anything. Trust me. They're going to be willing to do any and everything to survive, especially if they see someone that's in a position to help them or in a good position. They will be willing to do anything, to even be your slave for you to protect them or provide for them. And that's where you get Isaiah 4:1, because even men are going to be like that. How much more for women? So as it says, thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. So we all hope and pray that we're written in that book. Okay? Because this is the beginning. This is just the beginning. But it's the beginning of, a time that nobody's going to ever want to go back and revisit this time, man. And when this history is told, even those that hear it are going to be afraid. Because that's how bad it is, man. Or that's how bad it's going to get out here. Yes, unimaginably bad, man. Okay, but hey, there's a reason the Lord told us that. And he also told us that he would deliver us in these times. Okay, so as long as we do what's pleasing to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, then he will bring us through that fire and he will deliver us. Okay, and we believe that. So with that, I'm going to end it here. Lord willing, this was edifying to the elect. In closing, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Rachakudash. Keep the faith, stay in the spirit, and keep watching. Till next time, Shalom.